What is up, everyone? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 17 Baek Battles. Today we are still using Wolfe Melbourne International team. We have this episode, and then the next one will be the last one, and then we finally move on to a new team, and it's going to be an original team of mine, so should be very exciting. We are using the team of Porygon2, Arcanine, Nihilego, Tapu, Bulu, Muk, and Hariyama. Let's get started now. Let's just say, if you haven't been tuning into onto Twitch lately, because I have been streaming for quite a bit now, well, not really quite a bit, for quite a few days now, I'm keeping up the momentum. I'm trying to keep up the momentum, try to get that streaming 3-4 times a week at least, and it's been working out so far. But if you haven't already followed my Twitch channel, definitely go give it a follow. I'll be doing, especially be doing the international challenge. That is this weekend. What is it? I believe it's April, or is it the May? I think it's April international challenge, and that is a VGC tournament, online tournament that actually offers championship points for the top qualifying players. I don't like playing international challenges seriously. Like, I really don't like playing international challenges seriously, but I thought it'd be a fun event to stream, see what kind of like wacky teams, because I swear international challenges are worse than low ladder in my opinion. Like, they really are. Like, the stuff you find on there is just, I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. But we're gonna see my opponent's team with the Ninetales, Tapu Fini, Celesteela, Arcanine, Snorlax, and the Raichu turn, well, for game 1. This is a very interesting team. The reason is my opponent doesn't exactly have a Tapu Koko or Tapu Lele, so Raichu is a bit of an odd mon here, but I guess it does get fake out support. How do I want to play this? Nihilego could do extremely well in the matchup. Like, Nihilego actually destroys, except the problem is the Celesteela, as well as the Snorlax. I guess Snorlax could be annoying. I don't really consider Raichu that much of a threat because Psychic is pretty weak in general. So I like Porygon2 here. Okay, I think the 4 Pokemon I want to bring are Porygon2, Tapu, Bulu, Arcanine, and Hariyama. Hariyama covers the Snorlax, which is very, very threatening if it has a belly drum setup. I think I could lead Porygon2. Maybe I could lead Tapu Bulu. I don't exactly want to. I think Porygon2 Arcanine is actually fine. Have Tapu Bulu and Hariyama in the back. I want to lead the Arcanine because I can intimidate my opponent's team. And the only way my opponent can really threaten out the Arcanine is with Tapu Fini. And if Tapu Fini comes in, I can switch on my Tapu Bulu because I'll bait out the Tapu Fini from my opponent. So what's going to be annoying is probably the Misty terrain. That's going to be the most annoying part of this team. I'm going to have to try and knock out Fini or get my terrain control as fast as possible. We lead our Arcanine plus Porygon2 against Tapu Fini and Raichu. So this is actually a pretty good start here, in my opinion, as Misty Surge is going to activate. But that is alright. This Raichu's not much of a threat. It can go for Shattered Psyche. It can go for an Electric Z-move, but those aren't really going to do much. Down's going to activate, which is going to get my attack rise, which is unfortunate since I don't have like return or anything. But the best play here is to go for a Toxic into, I'd say, the Raichu, but Raichu's not much of a threat. How do I want to handle this? I guess I do want to target down the Raichu because I could try to put in Extreme Speed range later in the game. Yeah, I'm just going to Toxic the Raichu, and I'm going to switch out to Tapu Bulu, because I don't need Fini Toxic, really, because I can always bring in my Tapu Bulu for free, and try to pick up that KO on Tapu Fini. But getting rid of Tapu Fini is going to be huge. If I can get rid of Tapu Fini, that allows the momentum on my team to really swing, because once I get rid of Tapu Fini, my Hariyama can do a lot of work against my opponent's team. My Arcanine can pretty much stay in against anything. But I need Arcanine healthy in order to tackle down the Celesteela in the back, most likely. So Tapu Bulu going to come in. Let's see what my opponent's going to do. I would assume a Muddy Water plus Fake Out onto Porygon2. Muddy Water is going to come out. It's Scarfini. Okay. So Muddy Water is going to come out, not do much damage at all. Hopefully no accuracy drop. I had to say something. As we're going to see Psychic come out and target down Arcanine. Yep. Okay, so targeting down the Tapu Bulu slot doesn't do much. And we do get the Toxic off, and we do connect on the Raichu. I don't really mind not Toxicing Fini right here because, like, I don't really have to mind Feeny too much. Since it's Scarf, it can't really do much on my side of the field to Tapu Bulu. So, I guess now it's what does my opponent do now? I think Tapu Fini switches out. It doesn't do much with Muddy Water here. I think we see either Celesteela or Arcanine come out. So, if it's Arcanine, I want a Toxic. If it's Celesteela, I might want to switch out Porygon2 and go out to my own Arcanine. I think the best play though is just to go for a Hornleech right here and try to get some health on the Raichu slot and just Toxic the Tapu Fini slot. I'm very betting the Celesteela is going to come in, but not much I can do here. Yep, Celesteela is going to come out. As this was a safe play overall, I didn't want to take damage yet. Oh, Encore, okay. So either way, we're going to go for a Toxic in that slot anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Hornleech. Oh, the Raichu avoids the attack. Not good, not good. And then I'm probably going to have to double switch right here. That's a bit annoying. That's a bit annoying, but what can you do? Let's see. Do I want to reveal my 4 Pokemon just yet? I really don't need to. The Toxic damage is adding up to Raichu, and a few more turns of Toxic will put in Extreme Speed range. I do want to go out into Hariyama, actually. I kind of want to go into Hariyama because I don't need to go straight into Arcanine just yet. I could go hard into Arcanine, though. But I guess I'm kind of worried about the Tapu Fini coming in. Like, I could see Tapu Fini coming in for the Raichu slot. But I think Arcanine is just a safe overall play, and I'm just going to protect Tapu Bulu, because I don't really care about Encore, because I'm going to switch out Tapu Bulu anyway, because I need to get rid of my opponent's Misty Terrain. But my opponent actually stays in, which is alright for me, actually. But let's see what my opponent's going to do. Arcanine shouldn't be taking too much, unless we see the Z move from Raichu, which is probably the Raichu EMZ, which would be kind of annoying, because getting Arcanine paralyzed wouldn't be fun in this game at all. We are going to see the Z move. But Shattered Psyche actually going to be coming out from this Raichu, so who is it going to target? That's a huge question. I would assume the Porygon2 slot, but I could be mistaken. It could have been the Tapu Bulu slot predicting the Arcanine to come into that slot. So let's see what my opponent decides to do. Yeah, it does target down this Tapu Bulu, probably thinking that Arcanine would come out there, which I do understand my opponent's play. Let's see. Because we can't fully protect, and we actually dodged the Leech Seed, which is pretty nice. Dodging the Leech Seed's pretty nice. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. We already burned the Raichu Z move with our Protect. This Raichu is getting closer and closer to Extreme Speed range. Do I need to get damage on Celesteela? Like, it's going to recover Leech Seed no matter what. Like, how I think about it. I think I just want to go for Flare Blitz into Celesteela though, because I do want to start getting some damage off, and I will put the Raichu in range of Extreme Speed sooner or later, and I'll just go out into my Porygon2 right here, because I need to reset the terrain later in the game, and Tapu Bulu is kind of weakened, but it can always heal up with Hornleech, because it can pick up the knockout on Feeny, get that Hornleech up, that would be huge. Feeny can't Protect, which is also a big play, because my opponent most likely doesn't carry Protect on a Choice Scarfmon. Raichu actually protects. Ooh, nice. Okay, that's actually great. We get the Flare Blitz off. It's Akaberry Celesteela. Very interesting choice coming out from my opponent. And this Flare Blitz is going to connect with the Celesteela. Not really doing too much damage, as the Akaberry really paying dividends for my opponent, as we're going to see the Heavy Slam come out. This is probably into the Tapu Bulu slot. So, very, very nice right here. Very nice. Okay, let's see what my opponent's going to do now. We did get a lot of damage onto that Celesteela, which I am very appreciative about. And this Raichu, I think one more turn of Toxic will allow me to Extreme Speed pick up the knockout. So I could go for Flare Blitz here in the Celesteela. I could also target the Raichu slot. I could see Celesteela going for Protect, but I don't really want to mind it too much right now. I could set up Trick Room, which wouldn't be too bad against my opponent's team, because my opponent doesn't have anything that's really slow other than the Celesteela. So you know what, I'm going to go for my Trick Room right here, because Celesteela is the only thing that can really abuse it. Feeny can't really do well, but we're going to see the Celesteela actually withdraw into the Snorlax. So don't know if my opponent predicted that, but that was definitely a good play, as we're going to see the Psyche come out from the Raichu and target down my Arcanine. Yeah, that's not exactly ideal for me, but we are going to get Flare Blitz off. And this will target down the Snorlax, so... is that Thick Fat? That did way less than I thought. That might be Thick Fat, actually. We are going to get the Trick Room up. I wonder if that's Thick Fat. That Flare Blitz did a lot less than expected. Even if that's Max Defense Snorlax, I felt like Flare Blitz should have done at least 30%. Okay. Let's see what... Okay, so Raichu's in range of the Extreme Speed, which is really nice. Yeah, it's definitely in range of Extreme Speed. I don't know if it's in range of Ice Beam, though. Grassy terrain disappears from the battlefield, which I don't mind. I don't want to lose Arcanine at all, though, so I think I'm going to go out into Hariyama, because Hariyama could be nice here. And we have a special attack boost, so Ice Beam should be able to knock out the Raichu at this range. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam and switch out into my Hariyama. The only concern is, I guess, for my team, is if the Snorlax has Belly Drum. I don't really care if it has Stockpile, because a burned Hariyama with the Guts ability is going to be able to pick up knockouts. We're going to see Raichu withdraw, though, into Celesteal. Okay. I'm guessing my opponent went for high horsepower, then into the Arcanine slot. Yep. As anticipated, so Hariyama going to be taking some health. We do get an Ice Beam off into this Celesteela, which is going to do a good amount of damage, actually. That was a pretty good amount, if I say so myself. No leftovers on the Celesteela, which, you know, it's okay. I can go for close combat into the Celesteela slot, and I think I'm going to fire off an Ice Beam. Or should I just fire off a Toxic? I kind of want to just fire off a Toxic into Snorlax. I'm going to fire off a Toxic because I guess the worst case scenario... Okay. Actually, wow. Okay, that's a fast Snorlax. Because my Hariyama outsped it. Even though we're min speed Hariyama, I was not expecting to outspeed that Snorlax. Okay. Double Edge coming out from this Snorlax. Actually picking up the knockout Hariyama. So it carries Double Edge, which is very interesting. Double Edge, high horsepower. Huh. I've seen Double Edge Wild Charge, but I've never seen the high horsepower Double Edge. We do get the Toxic Alpha onto Snorlax, which is pretty big, wearing it down. Getting rid of Celesteela is pretty much the game plan I wanted, though. So I'm content with it. I can bring out my... I could bring out Tapu Bulu or Arcanine here. They're both fine. I think I want to go Tapu Bulu, though. Yeah, I'm going to bring out Tapu Bulu here. Let's see what my opponent decides to go for. Luckily, we got that Toxic off onto Snorlax, because that's going to be really key in wearing down the Snorlax. I wonder what kind of set this Snorlax is. Probably Curse. It could be Belly Drum, though. Okay, Raichu's going to come out. Which is alright, because I don't care if my opponent really fakes out the Porygon2 slot. I think I'm just good with going for a switch into my Arcanine. And just firing off an Ice Beam, trying to get rid of this Raichu. I don't care if my opponent pulls a double. I want to get my Grassy Terrain up. And as you see, 2 out of 3 of my opponent's Pokemon are toxic, so Porygon2 could win the game. As long as this Snorlax doesn't have Belly Drum, because Belly Drum is the only thing that could really screw me over. If it's Curse, I can negate the attack boost with the Intimidate. So let's see what my opponent goes for. Facade coming out for the Snorlax, so it's Double Edge Facade. Oh, jeez, that Facade did a lot. We do get the Ice Beam off, and it will fire off into the Raichu, so we'll pick up the knockout onto Raichu. Was not expecting Facade, though. Okay, so I wonder what kind of Snorlax that is. I'm really curious about what kind of Snorlax that is. I think it might be AV Thick Fat. It could be a possibility. Could be a berry, but I'm pretty sure it's Thick Fat. The fire move just did nothing at all. So we get Tapu Bulu and Tapu Fini is going to come out. I don't think Tapu Fini can knock out Tapu Bulu in one hit. But Snorlax can, which is the issue. So I'm going to... This is the last turn of Trick Room, so I can stall out. So I can just go for Protect with Tapu Bulu here. And I guess I'll go for the Recover here. This is a -1 Facade, so it shouldn't be doing too much to my Porygon2. But the question is, like, what does Tapu Fini have? Like, can it actually knock out Tapu Bulu? Maybe Moss Moonblast? I don't think it can. But you never know. So, protect Tapu Bulu and recover is the best play. Facade into Tapu Bulu. We are going to recover off. So, yeah, I could have got an Ice Beam off there, but it's not exactly my biggest concern. And we're going to see the Moonblast come out, and it's going to target down the Porygon2 slot. Okay. As this Snorlax really taking that poison damage. Let's see if it's a berry or not. Doesn't look like it's a berry. Nope, it's not a berry. Yeah, I think it's a Salt Vest, which I could see. I'm gonna go for Bloom Doom into the Snorlax slot, and I think I'm just gonna... Should I just recover again? I kind of like going for recover again, to be honest, because if Feeny can't knock out the Bulu, I knock out the Snorlax with the Bloom Doom. And recovering allows me to stall out these two Pokemon if Moonblast does pick up the KO. But yeah, it doesn't pick up the KO because it is just Scarfini, and Tapu Fini doesn't have a really high special attack stat. We're going to see the Bloom Doom come out from the Tapu Bulu. I could have just went for Horn Leech, but I'm not sure if Horn Leech picked up the KO at that range because we're not in grassy terrain. So going to be safe. I don't really need the Z move for anything else too. So Bloom Doom is going to come out and pick up the knockout on Snorlax, which is very huge. Getting rid of the Snorlax should secure the game for me, as Snorlax does go down. Nice. And now this turn I could just protect Tapu Bulu and go for the Trick Room. And since my opponent's Scarfini can't really do anything to stop that, Moonblast isn't going to do anything to Porygon2, even if it crits. And even if it gets a special attack drop, it doesn't even matter. Because once I stall out Misty Terrain, I could go for Toxic and just wear this thing down. So Trick Room Protect is the play, and then we just fire off Horn Leeches. What Hammer I don't think KOs, that's the reason why. As the match is going to be forfeited, as we will take the first game. So yeah, that Snorlax was a very interesting set. I'm very confident it was the Assault Vest set. Double Edge was very interesting. I'm kind of surprised my opponent actually has Double Edge, because it didn't have a berry either. It was Thick Fat. I'm very sure that's Assault Vest because I don't know what other item choice you would really have on the Snorlax. Maybe you're a berry? Maybe? I think Assault Vest makes sense though. Assault Vest, or maybe it is a berry. Who knows? But we do take a very strong game. And now we're like, what, 1858 on the ladder. That's actually pretty nice. We actually climbed a lot on stream if you didn't know, because I don't think I lost the VGC 17 game on stream. We were also doing those battle spot, but I lost a bunch of those. But we ended up winning more, I think, than losing. So all's good, all's good. On stream, I do like to keep it like up with doubles battle spot and VGC 17, because I feel like if I did VGC 17 all the time, it kind of gets boring for me. So I kind of like mixing it up between the two, kind of splitting half and half. And it's a really fun stream and enjoyable, I think, for everyone. So let me know what you people think. I also am thinking about streaming on Mondays. But Battle Spot isn't really the best thing to do on Mondays because of maintenance. So maybe I'll stream like other games. I don't know. Let me know if you watch my streams and you would probably watch like something else. Maybe I do Pokken. Maybe I do like Smash Viewer Battles. I'm really bad at Smash, by the way. I am a casual at Smash. I don't play well, because I still can't tech for my life. And by tech, I mean like short hops, footstools. I can't do any of those. I'm only good at getting the attacks off. That's all I'm doing, getting the attacks off. But yeah, I mean, I just enjoy playing games. I hope everyone does too. That's why I stream. I just like enjoy playing games in general, and I think it's fun to share it with other people. That's kind of the reason why I made my YouTube channel, by the way, just to share games, me playing games, and okay, we can't find a battle. But I made my YouTube channel originally. Originally, it was actually supposed to be gaming and music, but I gave up music because I didn't think I was going to be good at it at all. So I gave up on that. But if you were actually here for the beginning, oh man, all these old videos. Good old memories. Probably, maybe. I don't know, it's probably embarrassing to look back over them now. Like, I feel like every YouTuber feels like that. You go back to like older videos and then you just realize, oh, how bad they were. But hopefully we can find another game soon. I think we're only going to be having time for 2 battles in today's episode, which is a bit unfortunate. I don't want this video to go too long, and this team does take a while to play. The next team, though, is a hell of a fun team. I've almost finished building it, but I have to get the mons in game. But that team, it looks fun, and I can't wait to try it out, because I haven't tried it out yet, but it seems really fun in theory. So hopefully we can get that out. I still need to get like a few new Pokemon, because I'm using like a bunch of new mons that I haven't used before on the channel. So look forward to that. And then episode 100, VGC 17 Baek Battles. I got something planned. Thank you all. Thank you everyone for your suggestions. I got something really cool planned for the 100th episode, so hope you stay tuned. I don't know if like we're gonna have a delay on episodes, like date wise, because I'm not exactly sure. Because I'm actually not sure, to be honest. I really don't know if we're having a delay or not. But can we actually find another battle? I might just cut it out till we find the battle. So be right back. Alright, we finally found someone. Noboru from the United States, 1834 rating. Bring a team of Mimikyu, Snorlax, Hariyama, Vikavolt, or Vikavolt, however you like to pronounce it, Porygon2, and Smeargle. I don't like my matchup because this looks like Belly Drum Psych Up offense, and this team doesn't have much for Belly Drum Psych Up offense. So, how am I gonna actually do well in this? I have no idea, people. But yeah, I don't have anything for Mimikyu. How am I supposed to beat Mimikyu with this team? I also don't have much for Hariyama, so you know, that's kind of bad. I'm gonna lead Tapu Bulu because I think Tapu Bulu does alright in the matchup, as well as Hariyama. I don't think Porygon2 does well because, yes, I could reverse Trick Room, yet it's just a sitting duck out there, and if I have Porygon2 against a Belly Drum set, that's basically my opponent getting free Belly Drum. And I think I'll go Arcanize the last because I can go for extreme speeds or helping hands, which could help out later in the game. So let's see how this is going to go. I honestly think we are going to lose this game. We have the normal trainer theme. I'm sorry for that, but it took me 10 minutes to actually find a person. It took me 10 minutes. It took me like 5 different resets. I don't know why. But I'm pretty sure we're going to lose this because we don't have a solid answer. Yeah, Mimikyu Smeargle against a Tapu Bulu Hariyama. And I guess I can try to break this Mimikyu's... I don't know what my opponent's going to do. I could see Fake onto Tapu Bulu. I could see Mimikyu go... I could see just Trick Room right away with Mimikyu, which I am assuming that's going to happen. I could see Smeargle going for Spore. I could definitely see that. I'm going to go for Sub with Tapu Bulu because it looks like my best play possible. And I really don't want to actually go for an attack into the Smeargle just yet because Smeargle's not really a threat. I'm going to Poison down the Mimikyu to break the Disguise. I don't know what my opponent's going to do. Fake out into Tapu Bulu with Spore with the Smeargle. Both are like very good plays in my opinion that my opponent could do, and they're both pretty free because he either denies me the sub or denies my Hariyama from being able to move for a turn, or maybe possibly 2 or 3. So let's see what my opponent's going to do. Just going to go for the Fake Out, and it's going to target down the Hariyama slot. As we see Destiny Bond. Okay, I don't know what my opponent's doing with that play. I don't get the point of Destiny Bond. The reason why I don't get... Maybe my opponent expected Horn Leech plus Heavy Slam, but if you're going to Fake Out, I can't break Disguise, and then what does Destiny Bond do? That's a very odd play. But what this allows me to do, actually... you got the Evasion Boost. Are you kidding me? Gets the Accuracy Ball, though. But it doesn't matter because my opponent can't Spore Tapu Bulu and can't even attack my... It can't even do anything to my Hariyama. So I'm going to Horn Leech and Poison Jab the Mimikyu. This Smeargle really doesn't threaten me. I can go for... Like, my opponent shouldn't switch out Smeargle at any cost, because if you switch out Smeargle, you're risking me going for a close combat into your potential Snorlax. That's definitely not the play here. Gonna go for Horn Leech, break the Disguise, get Poison Jab, chip damage. I wonder if my opponent's actually going to try a Sub Trick Room. I don't know what Smeargle can do. It can go for Endeavor. Spore is pretty useless. Follow Me, I guess, but I don't mind to Follow Me if Mimikyu sets up Trick Room, because my Hariyama can abuse the Trick Room just fine. We're going to see the Transform, actually, and it's going to be into my Hariyama, which, you know, I'm fine with that. I get the Horn Leech off into this Mimikyu, which is very nice. So Mimikyu is going to be broken down to Disguise. And also the Hariyama is not burnt with Guts, so that's really nice. As we're going to get the Poison Jab off, it looks like my opponent did go for Trick Room, so Poison Jab is going to go out into the Mimikyu, do about a good amount of damage. But, yeah, Hariyama... Can my opponent go for Fake Out? I know Fake Out only works on first turn, but I don't know if that also includes Transform. Because you might... I don't know if you can Fake Out like the first turn after you Transform. I'm actually not sure about that. But the Mimikyu is definitely the fastest thing on the field. Oh, well, Tapu Bulu could be if this is min speed Mimikyu, but I have a very free play of just going for Horn Leech into the Smeargle and just going for Poison Jab into the Mimikyu slot, because I don't have to worry about Destiny Bond because Hariyama is the slowest thing on the field. We are going to see the switch out into my opponent's own Hariyama. Very interesting play, but I do not mind that. As my opponent's just going to go for Poison Jab. Oh, right, I have Poison Jab on this thing as well. Okay. That's not as good. Okay. We do get the Poison Jab off, so we're going to get some chip onto this Hariyama. If we could get Poison, that's not bad, but we don't. Horn Leech is going to go off into this Smeargle, which, wow, almost destroys it. I honestly thought we would have brought it down to Sash, because Hariyama, because with Smeargle's HP stat, it's not really that great. But I could waste some Trick Room turns right here. Let's see, is that Hariyama Flame Orb? Or is it Z Belly Drum? I could definitely see Z Belly Drum being here. But we are in a pretty okay position. Okay, it's Flame Orb. Okay, so it's not Z Belly Drum. It could be, well, it's probably Z Destiny Bound from the Mimikyu. What I can do here is go on to Arcanine, because Arcanine's a very safe play no matter what. And I'll go for Close Combat into my opponent's Arcanine, Hariyama. This is going to be annoying because there are 3 potential speed ties on the field. But what I'm going to do here is get the Intimidate off onto my opponent. As we see Mimikyu coming back out here, I don't mind that. I really don't mind that. So my opponent's aiming the Smeargle, but it's no longer transformed, and I have priority now that I can knock out the Smeargle with Feint and Extreme Speed. I get the Intimidate off onto the Hariyama, which is very crucial because that allows my own Hariyama to survive. We're going to see the Poison Jab, actually. It's going to go into the Arcanine slot. So I'm going to get this Close Combat off, and this will be able to pick up the knockout onto my opponent's Hariyama. Excellent. So Hariyama actually just goes straight down. Okay. And yeah, we're in fantastic shape right now. With Arcanine, we can Extreme Speed my opponent's slots. And I don't know what my opponent can do because Hariyama's gone. That's 1 offensive presence out of the way. Mimikyu doesn't offer much offensive presence without the Psych Up. Smeargle is already low to where both my priority moves will knock it out even after Grassy Terrain Healing. So we are in a pretty solid position overall. It's just going to be questionable what my opponent decides to do next. Snorlax comes out, which is interesting, but I don't really mind that too much because I can go for Flare Blitz into the Mimikyu slot and a Close Combat to Snorlax because Z Destiny Bond doesn't have priority, so no matter what, Hariyama is going to be the fastest thing on the field next to that Snorlax, and Snorlax shouldn't be able to knock out Hariyama 1 hit, and if it does, that's not a big deal. He didn't sell a Belly Drum, and I can knock out the Mimikyu. I'm going to go for Close Combat to Snorlax. Snorlax could protect, I guess, but Mimikyu's actually going to withdraw. Okay. Into Smeargle. And does the Snorlax carry Protect? Okay, it does carry Protect, but you just lost your Smeargle, so you're no longer having Fake Out pressure. I guess my opponent expected me to double up into Snorlax, but getting rid of Mimikyu is just as important because Psych Up is also annoying. So I will get the Flare Blitz off into the Smeargle, which will pick up the knockout, and now my opponent's down. 3-2, and the Mimikyu's weakened. It's already in range of my Horn Leech, my Wood Hammer, and is this the last turn of Trick Room? I guess that could determine parts of this game. Let's see. Was Trick Room over? I wasn't counting Trick Room turns. I was focusing on the offense. Grass disappears from the battlefield, so it's no, 1 more turn of Trick Room. Okay. As Mimikyu is going to come out. And yeah, I really don't know what my opponent does after this. Yep, Mimikyu comes out. And I can go for a Flare Blitz into Mimikyu. And I guess I'll just switch out Hariyama into Muk. The reason I'm going to make this play is because I think it's the safer play that I have, because if Snorlax, I think Snorlax has to go on the offensive. You can't go for Belly Drum here. You have to hope you can knock out Hariyama. Yeah, my opponent's just going to forfeit. Very, very interesting, because I honestly thought that was going to be an auto loss. I thought my opponent could just easily set up the Belly Drum and set up, but obviously I never allowed my opponent to try set up in the first place. But that first play was questionable. I feel like my opponent going for Destiny Bomb was a huge mistake. Like, Trick Room might not have been the play, I do understand that, but you could have went for Shadow Claw, I'm guessing, or maybe you have Play Rough. I don't know what the set was. We saw Trick Room and we saw Destiny Bond. That's really it. We don't know what the last two. Maybe it was Psych Up Shadow Claw. which I could definitely see. Or maybe it was just Play Rough Shadow Claw. If you had Play Rough, you go for Play Rough. It 2-hit KOs Hariyama. Or if you have Psych Up, you try to just go for a Shadow Claw, I guess. I don't know what my opponent was accomplishing by that first turn, which was very questionable. And then my opponent's game plan was falling out because he really lacked the offensive pressure, while I was just going to keep up the momentum, prevent my opponent from signing Belly Drum, and then just going to win the game. So I hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 17 Baek Battles. That was actually a really quick battle. Not gonna lie, that was a really quick battle. But I'm not exactly sure how long the video's been going for, so I'm gonna cut it here because I don't want to risk a third battle and then it's being like 55 minutes long. So hope everyone enjoyed. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode, which is the last episode with this team, and then we move on to a brand new team. If you want to check out the rest of the episodes, you can definitely check them out in the description down below. If you have missed them, you can check out my social medias as well. Follow my Twitch channel, as I said. You can follow me on Twitter as well for any notifications. Support me on Patreon if you like the channel and want to support its content. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. See you around in another video.